A small request before starting the video. If you love the channel's topic, then subscribe to the channel now and press the bell icon next to it. Because one of your subscriptions encourages me to make better videos. We recognize her and understand her political views. What more is known about the woman behind the desk? Every night from the Ingraham angle? Who is Laura Ingraham when the cameras stop and she returns to her Washington, D.C. home? She has been a pioneer in political media. This time, we aim to reveal her true identity. Discover Laura Ingraham's family, faith, and off-camera life from her Washington home to her private family of 4. We recognize her as the conservative TV anchor of Fox News, the Ingraham angle. But remove that. Really, who is she? First and foremost, she is a single mother of 3 lovely children. Ingraham adopted her daughter Maria and sons Nikolai and Michael from diverse ethnic backgrounds. The single mother is raising a diverse and multicultural household to the best of her ability. Ingraham was born and reared in a household with a mother and father, along with 3 siblings. Her oldest daughter, Maria Caroline, was adopted in Guatemala in 2008 at just 3 years old. The Fox News presenter discovered Maria, an orphan born on May 11, 2005, who lives with other children at a nearby institution in Guatemala. It is well known that ordinary adoption is already challenging. Can you imagine the difficulty of international adoption? At the end of the process, Ingraham was thrilled when Maria's papers were approved. The Fox News presenter traveled to Guatemala and returned with her daughter, welcoming her first child. Laura Ingraham learnt Spanish to improve communication with Maria, the new mother and daughter duo. Maria surpassed her major milestone last year by graduating from high school. Ingraham uploaded a toddler photo slide of Maria on Instagram, along with a photo of Maria holding her diploma and the mother and daughter hugging. Ingraham wrote, "Congratulations, Maria," adding, "So proud of you." Maria is currently a nursing student at Texas A&M University. In addition to Maria, Laura Ingraham has a second kid, Michael Dimitri. Michael's birth date was not provided in public records. In 2010, Laura Ingraham adopted him in Russia when he was just a year old. Although others claim he was born in June 2009, there are no official documents to back this assertion. Compared to Maria, Michael's social media presence is far lower. Our only information about him is that his mother reports rapid growth and a strong interest in Legos. Ingraham faced challenges with Michael's, similar to Maria's adoption, due of the fragile diplomatic ties between Russia and the U.S. Thankfully, his adoption was successful, and Ingraham brought him home. Due to Laura Ingraham's strict privacy policies, little is known about Michael, other for allegations that he attends a private high school in Lann, Virginia. Finally, the Fox News presenter has a youngest son named Nikolai Peter. Nikolai, like Michael, was born in Russia in 2010 and adopted by Ingraham the following year. Ingraham described her youngest as strong, sharp, and headstrong. Although a bit stubborn, the youngster gets along well with his siblings and mother. Upon viewing Ingraham's modest, close-knit family, it's hard to understand the challenges she endured to establish it. A conservative TV anchor revealed her family and international adoption experiences in a 2021 Rap interview. Although Ingraham's personality is founded in media politics, she refuses to merge politics with adoption. Specifically, international adoption. She stated in the past that adoption should prioritize the well-being of children. Children should not be used as a bargaining tool between nations. She discussed the topic openly. They're not products. This never should be political. Preventing adoption of any child into a loving, safe household is selfish and cruel. Should simplifying background checks and house visits compromise their safety? No one wants it to happen. One case of abuse by adoptive parents can cause a government to halt international adoptions, leaving tens or hundreds of thousands of children without a permanent home. In the interview, she said that adopting her youngest child, Nikolai, was the most challenging of the 3. She highlights his adoption as one of the last authorized by Russia before banning future adoptions to American families. As a single parent, Laura Ingraham faced additional challenges as few countries allow single parents to adopt, with many preferring two-family homes. The Fox News personality anticipated the emotional roller coaster of adoption and prepared for its challenges. Until you become a parent, you cannot comprehend its challenges. She states, "Raising children as a single mom is the most challenging thing I'll ever accomplish, despite financial means. Since God blessed me, I felt a responsibility to offer more of myself, married or not, to children in need, and always dreamed of being a mother." For those considering adoption, Laura Ingraham provided helpful recommendations throughout the process. She advises parents to consult with multiple adoptive parents and understand that it is a lifelong commitment with no assurances. Next, teach them to collect and maintain files, then enroll in a reputable adoption agency. She advises about unethical attorneys who squander time and drain resources. She also advises them to be patient and committed to complete the procedure after making a decision. And most importantly, trust in God. Although the adoption procedure was tough, Laura Ingraham faced an unexpected challenge upon adopting her daughter, Maria. Early last year, Laura Ingraham experienced another distressing situation. Maria's original parents asked that she return her daughter to them after nearly 2 decades of raising her alone. In the second quarter of last year, Ingraham's neighbors reported 2 individuals knocking on her house a few weeks after Maria's 19th birthday. Her neighbors report that the couple introduced themselves as Juan and Mariela, the biological parents of her oldest child. The couple reportedly held official paperwork and demanded Maria's return. Additionally, the couple from rural Guatemala said their daughter was seized during the civil conflict. Despite the odds, Juan and Mariela persevered to find their daughter, with the help of a charity group. According to the unnamed group, the goal is to reconnect families separated by failed international adoptions. While we may not know you, Laura Ingraham has openly discussed her difficult adoption procedure to bring Maria home to the U.S. Is Maria's adoption likewise a result of a failed international adoption, as claimed by the couple? After a thorough search, Juan and Mariela found Laura Ingraham's front door. According to neighbors who witnessed the scene, the pair appeared to have been planning for years, as they looked emotional yet remained steadfast in their decision. However, Ingraham was surprised with a dramatic meeting and was unprepared for it. However, as a mother, she prioritized protecting Maria from potential damage over her own sentiments. Ingraham shared his experience with a few close pals. They reported that the news anchor cried and expressed that she could not picture life without Maria. Even though she appears strong online, Ingraham turned sensitive when it comes to her children. "To me, she is everything, and I would battle for her like any mother would." No updates have been provided on this matter, and Laura Ingraham's unwillingness to discuss her personal life suggests it won't be addressed soon. Witness the story unfold in real time. Regardless of parentage, this topic raises several issues. Regarding adoption system legal problems. All of Laura Ingraham's adoptions were legal and followed all appropriate processes. Since Juan and Mariela entered the picture, the situation has become more complex than anticipated. International adoptions, particularly those from the early 2000s, are challenging. Why? This is due to unethical practices and pervasive corruption under the surface. In 2001, the National Adoption Information Clearinghouse estimated around 127,47 American children adopted in the U.S. Imagine the number of international adoptions, especially undocumented ones. Although Ingraham tries to keep the situation private, certain news sites have covered it. Lawyers can offer insights on the matter from there. Even if Ingraham's adoption was legal, Maria's biological parents could contest it due to various causes, including poor consent. Legal fights can be emotionally, financially, and mentally demanding for all parties involved, lasting for years. Besides legal specialists, the public has expressed polarizing perspectives on the Ingraham case, with both supporters and critics. While some fans have rallied around Maria, Others argue that her birth parents are manipulating the situation for selfish advantage. Additionally, her fans have criticized meddling organizations for causing harm and dividing families. Critics of Ingraham argue that the matter is complex and that Maria's biological parents have the right to seek their daughter. Consequently, Laura Ingraham would experience the consequences of a faulty adoption system. Many have criticized Maria's quiet over the matter. At 19, she is legally of age, but Laura Ingraham still considers her kid. Maria has not yet made a public statement, but acquaintances report that she is overwhelmed and perplexed by her birth parents' sudden entrance. We wish the Ingrahams and Maria's biological parents a positive outcome in this matter. Will Laura Ingraham find a husband? As a single mom, some challenges are too difficult to overcome alone. As a single mom, raising 3 children has been tough for Ingraham. Interestingly, she almost married once. Laura Ingraham was engaged to Chicago businessman James V. Reyes in April 2005. She announced the exciting news on her radio show, The Laura Ingraham Show. Unfortunately, her breast cancer diagnosis prevented her from engaging. With her strong spirit, Ingraham overcame treatment and emerged successful. However, her boyfriend found the diagnosis and treatment challenging. A month after announcing her engagement, Ingraham informed her audience that the wedding was cancelled. Despite remaining unmarried, Laura Ingraham has a lengthy history of notable ex-lovers. First, consider her college boyfriend. The American Indian commentator Desh Duza. He and Ingraham were briefly together while attending Dartmouth University in the early 1980s. Their collaboration began at the Dartmouth Review. Ingraham and Duza were once engaged, but the relationship ultimately failed. Laura Ingraham dated presenter Keith Berman in 1998, as peer dating is a shared experience. While Ingraham is known for her right-wing views, the other is an outspoken leftist. However, the broadcaster clarified that their disagreements did not lead to their breakup. At least he stated that. Ingraham's political views could have strained their relationship, as she chastised him for his comments regarding then U.S. President George Bush. In addition to Berman, Laura Ingraham was rumored to have been romantically involved with former politician Robert Torricelli in 1999. They are a unique couple, with Torricelli being a Democrat and Ingraham being conservative. However, the allegations of their relationship were never substantiated as they never addressed it. Following Torricelli, Ingraham was linked to economist Lawrence H. Summers. Similar to the rumor about her dating Torricelli, neither party confirmed its validity. Laura Ingraham is currently unmarried and not known to be dating anyone. However, her incredibly guarded personal life suggests she may be covertly dating someone throughout this time. Officially, her last relationship was with James V. Reyes. Even that was put on hold due to her cancer diagnosis. A cancer diagnosis might feel like a death sentence for some. However, Laura Ingraham felt more lucky than ever before. To discuss media stars' cancer diagnosis and treatment, Ingraham spoke with Stacey Gwandy of Cancer Connect in 2020. Fortunately, Laura Ingraham had an early cancer diagnosis. In order to overcome her sickness, she endured chemotherapy and lost her hair. Despite feeling hopeless and depressed, she persevered and experienced fantastic events. Ingraham shared how her cancer journey led to personal clarity. We all know we'll die, yet many don't want to discuss it. We desire to live forever and enjoy our lives in La La Land. When you get a tap on the shoulder, you either pay attention or keep going, she says about her cancer experience. To improve her life, she chose to review her decisions en route. She describes it as both a terrible and lovely experience. Her interview emphasizes the importance of not letting a diagnosis ruin individuals. Though easy to say, it can be difficult to follow through, as she recounted days and nights of crying and quieting down. However, I pushed forward after witnessing the success of other cancer patients. Instead of survivors, I call them thrivers. Most importantly, she advises them to continue living and not let disease define them. They shouldn't let it define their life. Fortunately, her health struggles are now behind her. Viewers may be inquisitive about Laura Ingraham's current activities. The conservative TV host still maintains a tight control on her media interactions. Currently, she lives peacefully with her children in MLAN, Virginia, a wealthy suburb of the D.C. metro area. The home is situated on a 2-acre lot and has a size of 7,869 square feet. Go Banking Rates reports that she bought the house in 2014 for $1.6 million, and its current value is at $3.3 million as of 2025. In addition, Ingraham owned a luxurious colonial row house on 28th Street in Washington, D.C.'s Wheeloy Park district. The refurbished 1922 house features 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and a skylit master bedroom. Ingraham listed the home for sale in 2007 for $1.3 million.